One thing I'm not quite sure of is hapa test ni kizungu. Jadala, if there's anything to take home, then you've got everything to take home. Yes. If there's any reason to succeed, then you've got all the reasons to succeed. True or false? True. Jamaa ni false ere? Aneno false moro chien kacha. Like I said, Polo is a preserve of a few. That is what the Bible, because okjiwuothe bura. Iwacho ni en yo moro matin. Probably you'll even be squeezing yourself. Udonjo mane ni. Okunya wuotho jariyo. So thank you so much, Daktari. May God bless you for such a wonderful speech. One thing I've taken home: invest in your social networks, and you start building them today. Your lawyer doesn't charge you a fee for affidavit, right? My hydrologist, when I wanted to do hydrogeological survey, I was given a quotation of 115,000. So I shared with one of my friends who I met in this school, and he told me, "Abiro dala biro timo nigino nono." From 115,000 to the power of networks. And I tell you, the networks you are going to make after school will be circumstantial. This is what it means. Jokma iromo goka, mimako go siep, will be your friends for life. The friends you make in your youth will be your friends for life. So if you are wrong friends, you'll be wrong friends for forever. But if you get good friends from here, you'll be good friends for life. Jomi bi romo go teach, do no romo teach to teach no kendo mokelo together to cool ka teach romo. Dongo weru. Those who are in the practicing people know that. Allow me now to recognize some of us who just arrived. Brian, right? Brian has arrived, and Callistus Ayungo. I know you guys are surprised how I know you, and I'm an elder. I have a good memory of all the alumni. So kujeni tu mtuambie wewe ni nani, when did you leave the school, and what do you do for a living? Kuja. Brian.
Thank you. To the school principal, the chief guest, the alumni, and all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Good afternoon again. I know most students knows me. So my name is Brian Okinda. I'm a great alumni of this good school. Graduated here in 2013. In the line of career, I am a librarian by profession, and I currently serve here at Rafiki wa Maendeleo Trust as the head of library department. I'm a good member of GOSA, and I'm happy to be here. Robert Nyando is a former colleague, so I've also borrowed something that in the next plan that we are planning for the next session, because of my network, he will offer services free. Thank you.
Calista?
Thank you, the principal of Gagra School, the deputy, the staff of Gagra, my teachers, the leadership of GOSA, and the alumni present. Students, good afternoon. How are you? God is good all the time. And all the time? God is good, and that is wow. Thank you. My name is Callisto Ayungo. I left this school twice. I left this school twice. I left this school in the year 2010 and came back, and I left in 2011. So when I left here in 2010, I think I was number 3. I had a B minus. The top had a B plane. By that time, B minus was not a university grade for me. So came back. And when I came back, I scored a B plus. the following year. That is determination. Now, I don't want to spend much of your time, but I just want to tell you that it is possible. Because I remember I got a B minus here in 2010. It means that maybe something did not go well for me. And then when I came back in the year 2011, I decided to make it happen for me. And it happened for me. And it was not very easy because I know of many students who have repeated in the same school and did not make it to university. Not many came to improve their grades, but it was not possible. So I thank God also for that. And before I say it, I want to tell you one thing. I am a teacher. When I left this place, I went to Moi University. I studied B.Ed education, English and literature. And I graduated in 2017. 2018, I was in Nyamira. I have seen one of my colleagues down there. We were with them in Nyamira Girls. Then in 2019, in the middle of 2019, I went to Nairobi. So I got another private school in Nairobi where I teach to date. It was very coincidental that yesterday I had a function at home and I knew that today you were busy. So I said I have to arrive and see you people. I am so glad that you have sat here to listen to these great people. Take these things seriously and sit down and study. Most of you, the problem you are facing is not that you are not being taught well. It's not about the school. Everything that has been said here, the problem you are facing is that you have not accepted to be students. That's the problem you have. You are young, but you want to behave like adults. You are here today, you are left here, you are here on the road walking as if you have everything and you have nothing. Those are the things that you have. So the teachers teach you, because we were taught here the same way. We were all taught in the same school. And I know, in fact, I live with one of you. There is a son to my sister here. And he's a very top student in Form 3. But it's not top for me, because what he's scoring, it's something. Where's Felix? Is he here? He must be here because he left home. Here is the boy. This is a very bright boy. So if this is an example of the students that are here, then I can tell you that you really need to change. Because I look at him the way he's studying, and I remember the way we used to study. Siso is here. He was very bright. Here after me, I think. The kind of work that you are doing is not what you are doing. So all these things can be said. But if you don't sit down as a team to read, it is not very easy to pass. You thank God that your grade is C+. Our time it used to be a B+. You would have suffered terribly. Can you sit down and get a C+? That is very little for all of you. Otherwise, for me, I want to wish you very well. I would have spoken a lot, but because of time, I want to stop it. I want to wish you all the best. Can you change on whatever you are doing? It is possible if you trust in the process. So, God bless you.
Thank you, Callistus. Jodala, let me speak this in a language that you understand best. Nyetewa. Listen to Callistus and any other speaker that's come before him. One thing that you should take home is this. Nijogite okale classes muna nubetiege. Jogite otiyogite facilities maungo. But the unfortunate bit is that during their time, they didn't have the facilities that you have today. You have better facilities. So what reason do you have not to improve? What reason do you have not to perform better? Nisa uru any one reason. So we'll offer solution today. Ngato wajina. Gimomi okonya perform maber. What you don't have, what you lack. Ngato tingane bade wachani. Confidently. Because we are getting into that session, Makoro, we engage each other. We talk freely. So that's what we are setting the mood for. Ngato wachina gimomiyo anto kanyal perform maber gagraka.
I want to challenge them because ogidwa wacho an gimomiyo kanyal perform maber ni diet ber. Jocho machon kawinjo ne chamo mana nyoyo gi chai, nyoyo gi pi. Jo sani chiemo ng'eny koro miyo kaka.
Now, one of the biggest challenges I understand, enemy, you have become gluttons. You eat too much that you can't study. Adieri? Adieri? I can confirm what you said. The lunch program was introduced in this school in the year 2000. I was a beneficiary when I was in Form 3. And the first meal that we had was mahanya and tea. And I'm very proud to say that mahanya sustained us for a whole year, DP. Then we graduated the next year when we were in Form 4. It was nyoyo. Nyoyo michi kone iti mondi vinya nito ganda boch kale. And uji. So uji will be from Monday to Wednesday, and then Thursday there will be strong tea. And then Friday will be uji again. You can imagine nyoyo, gi uji, tima de saberio, tidoke class, midi ponju maths, midi ponju physics, yeah? Nyoyo chang dong carbohydrate ma ngenya. Tanyuka, what does carbohydrate do to you? How long does it take to be processed in the stomach? And what does that process make you become? Most of the afternoon you'll be sleeping, right? You become okaltako. I wanted to introduce one of us also. Chairman was referred to as an artist. I've seen one of us, an alumni, who's an artist. The gentleman doing this writing here is an alumni of Gaga. A good example that you can exercise your trade anywhere. Donge sanuti yoko doka. Jagongo. Jagongo Bimoswa. Jagongo is one of us and now applying his trade, and he's giving us a good example that even the little skill that you have, right? The little skill that you have is as useful as the big one that somebody else has. Jagongo Moswa. Oja siasa, ugeng neki watch siasa.
To the alumni of Gagra, the teachers and the students, good afternoon. Who are Kanyalto? Okay, I'm called Jagongo Pere. I did my Form 4 in the year 2004. I was told as such. I'm happy to be here with you. Accidentally, they didn't inform me they are coming here. I came to look for my daily bread. I just met you by coincidence. I'm happy to be with you here. I can see Judy here. These great men, I can see them here. It means when we come together, it means we have prospered, isn't it? Kuna ambao wale ambao walikuwa na sisi hapa sasa, ni wezi hapa hiyo naiba kuku. Sisi hapa. Sio ni kweli? Sasa popote nilipo naitwa na Mr. Su atikuja kuna kazi hapa hivi. Mr. Su was my maths teacher, though I did not love maths as such. But today I'm applying maths here. I count the letters, I terms with the money to be paid. And I do measurements. Naona sina vile nimekutoka sawa. Sina mna hiyo. Si mimi ni two term.
Now we want to get into a session. We interact freely. This session is going to be led by Asha and Bernard, so that we share, and you also ask questions. They will share with us their careers, and then you also get to ask questions, interact with all of us. Mondo wangi aneto in I deal with remote sensing and GIS. Who understands what I'm saying? That language, remote sensing and GIS. Ekoro Bipeja, give remote sensing and GIS, and Asha said he does public health. And kata public health, nananga any public enoganda health and game. Atieko. No. So I want to call the two gentlemen to give us a brief of their stories, and then they'll moderate the session. Please feel as free as possible. Ask any questions. Don't shy. Be it academic, social, professional, whichever type of question you have. Tafadhali uliza. And feel free even to ask your teachers. Today, they are not your teachers. Bedu thuolo penju nyaka jopuonjo ang'eni jopuonjo luoro ga makata kaka gibet unit ang'eni moko kumu tetnya teta. They were also students like you. So today they are part of you. Feel free. Ask questions. Come to us. We discuss. Bernard?
Yes. Good afternoon again. So today I decided to dress the way I am just to resemble your uniform. The uniform I love the most. The uniform that made me go to Meru. Without this school, maybe I couldn't have stepped to Meru County, one of the most beautiful counties. Anyway, we are here now to interact. Ask us as many questions as possible on how you like to, on whatever you like to know, whatever we applied when we were students here that made us to go to the university, or what can make us to be successful in whatever we do, right? I started by saying I graduated from the university last year. That was 4th of October. And first of all, sometimes it's good you know where somebody is coming from. Where I come from, I'm coming from Rusinga Island. You have to cross the lake and come here. So I'm from Rusinga Island. That is my home. While I was learning here at Gagra, I used to stay at Rachar. How many people are coming from Rachar? Yes, so that's where I used to reside. So, any question? Now it's a matter of interacting. We don't fear each other, we just ask questions. On that note, allow me to recognize my great teachers. There are some teachers who really did a good work while I was here, and I still can see them, and I can't fail to recognize them. We have Mr. Paul Abiero, who was teaching me biology, and he is also present. We have Mr. Kevin Ganda, yes, he taught me. Form 4 South 2019, he was there, so he taught me English. And just to, even teachers who may not be present, I passed in all the subjects. That's why I'm proud. The least subject I scored was C+ in English, which is still a pass. The rest were B's. The rest were B's. And an A in geography. How many people are taking geography here? Yes, I had an A in geography. So anything you like to know in terms of career progression, that is what we got to discuss. I graduated from the university. That certificate itself has enabled me enter some offices even before getting employed. But I'm getting into some offices that maybe I couldn't have got into with that certificate alone. That tells us how important it is good to acquire a certificate in any field. Just a certificate. Sometimes let us learn one thing. Usiache shule sahi, ati form 4 certificate may not be beneficial. It is very important. Get your certificates in any career you have decided to pursue. Ensure you have a certificate, because at the end of the day, what you will be asked is, do you have a certificate? You want us to employ you. Which certificate do you have? It is what will open doors for you. Without such certificate, maybe nobody wants to know whether you are qualified. It is only the certificate that will prove your qualification. And it has allowed me so far, so good. Since I graduated, it's not a year. I graduated 4th of October last year. We are in September. And the truth, I'm entering some offices that just maybe kama si tu certificate tu peke yake ya kuonyesha you have graduated inanipeleka mbali sana. So currently I'm volunteering with the public health officer, that is Singa ward. So we are I'm volunteering. We are trying to change lives. We are trying to promote health. In public health, what we do majorly, we prevent diseases. We talk of diseases on a daily basis, but what we do now mainly, how can we prevent them? Before you reach a point that you are now taken to hospital, we first try to prevent these diseases. We do health promotion, and again, we try to prolong lives of the people. By prolonging lives, we will try to teach you on what you can do to remain healthy. You know what? Nobody wants to die early, right? We all want to live a long life. But without us knowing the right thing to do, I'm telling you, we are going to die early. From how we eat, it is very important we know what kinds of food we should eat to stay healthy always. Right? So as we continue, I would like somebody to just bravely stand and tell us, Mr. Asha Otieno, how did you maneuver through this school just the other year, 2019? And I'll answer you. We know we are here. We are mixed. They are girls. They are boys. My friend, I want to tell you, if I could be having an alumni of 2019, he or she could tell you how I used to behave here. Time management was very key. I never wasted it. And again, we have what we call social quotient. You must know how to interact with the people. I reached a moment that I could interact with those people at the kitchen such that they loved me. I was very swift. I could go there, take lunch in just 5 minutes and go back, start reading. At games time, I could relax my mind. I could go and rest where I could feel. We could do some laps, and again we do what? We rest. Well,
just a small announcement. I know some of us may shy to come forward and ask questions. In case you have any question and you don't feel comfortable standing, please write it on a piece of paper. I'll be walking around to pick them, then we'll answer, okay? Is that fine? Yes. Thank you.
My friends, I'm trying to say there is no shortcut. There is no shortcut in academics. Our able principal, the former principal for this school, Mr. Reginald. How many people know him? Mr. Reginald Oyuge. He used to say, leisure and academics can't go together. And I think most of us here can prove that. He used to say that. Why am I stressing on this? It is true that whenever you are going to indulge into leisure and leave academics aside, my friend, you are not going to perform better than you could have performed. Maybe if you are meant to get a B+, but due to some kind of leisure that you mixed with that academics, you will end up getting a B plane. How many people are getting whatever I'm saying? Kila mtu, si ndio? Career progression. After joining the university, my friend, there are things you can always do besides classroom. Apart from being now a qualified public health officer, while at the university, I used to participate in games. Here in Gagra, I never did anything of such a kind. And what I love the most is athletics. I was a good athlete. And let me just tell you, if you have a talent in anything, we have something, if you have read a book by Ben Carson, Think Big, or Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Now let me say something about think big, thinking big. The T stands for talent. If you have a talent in something, in anything, just a talent, please use that talent well. I reached a moment where, after graduating, I wanted to join an athletics camp somewhere in Kericho. I thought of joining one because I had really exploited my potential as an athlete. So that tries to tell us how much you can do apart from academics. You can also be a footballer at the same time and you perform well in class. Just go, by just performing, by participating in athletics while at the university, did not deny me a chance to get a second class upper division in public health. Here it is. This is the booklet. So whoever would like to go through this booklet, in the process you can see some of the courses which you may be interested in pursuing. Cindy, there's a booklet. So I'll give it to you. Maybe it can go around. At least you can learn some of the. Yeah, I'll share it later. That tells us what talent. You may be talented in very many fields, but the problem, you haven't realized it. With me, I realized that I was a good athlete because I never realized it's here in Gagra. I thought it's only academics. But when proceeding to the university, I realized that I was a good athlete. And through that, my friend, talents can take you to places where maybe education, just academics alone, can't take you. By being an athlete at the university, I traveled in this country, nearly all the universities in central Kenya. Kama si tu hii mambo ya talent ya kukimbia. Maybe ningeenda to Meru University, ni graduate then, nirudi. So whoever has a talent, ensure you use it well while there is still time, right? So I'm going to invite my fellow to come and proceed. Thank you.
As we proceed, I see there's a hand. I want Bernard to share. Bernard is from the tech world, so I would want him to share. But before we do, I've seen a hand somewhere there. You have a question, right? Please, rise. Kijana, don't fear, it's your day. Ni siku yenu. Usiogope. You're not sure whether it's you whose hand was up or not.
It's you.
Yeah.
We represented this school to the provincial level. And that is what my figure here. We did it well. As I introduced myself earlier, I'm Bernard Osoro, currently I'm with InfoTrack. If you heard something called InfoTrack, the surveys give the politicians whatever they deserve and whatever they don't deserve. That is data analysis. So that tells you my major field of study. I'm a data analyst, and that is solely backbone of IT, because it deals more so with programming. And for you to be a programmer like myself, doctor explained it, you have to be a friend to the sciences. It's very important. During our time, and that is 2005, 2006, 2007, we were taught by one very rough guy. The people knew him as very rough because he could be in a class and you don't know he's there. Mr. Osura. Mr. Osura was teaching chemistry, and most of our lessons were not even being taught in classes. We were going straight to the lab. taught us physics for the whole 4 years. And then we interchanged maths. We were taught by Madam Mercy, Madam Antoinette, my God rest her soul, Mr. Sue Tobias. He made a very good foundation on us. The Mr. Sue you now see at the lab is a very good maths teacher. So he made that foundation and made us feel that there's nothing difficult in maths. If I'm speaking the minds of the alumni, they will agree with me. So where my mind changed and I realized I wanted the most of a tech world was this class here. I was in North, all the way from Form 1 North, and then I came to Form 2 North, which was here. Then I went to Form 3 North and Form 4 North. This is where I changed my mind, and this is where I made my career. This Form 2 here. Because most of the subjects were required selection or choosing, we were doing it here. So this is where I realized my worth and my potential, and this is where I took to the right direction. It's not hard. I did score much. I scored a C+. But until now, I'm a student. Until now, yeah. And I have my exams coming in the next 2 weeks. So I'm doing my online with ALX University. I'm doing my data science exam, the last one, before I now become a big guy in technology. So for you to succeed, learning is a process. Everybody knows that. So it doesn't matter. You were told here, whether you scored a D, some scored C, some scored E, others scored A plane, others scored B plus. So what matters most is who you are. You really have to know what you want to be in life for you to get there. One said, there's a farmer who was asked what made the plants flourish. What did he say? He doesn't interfere with the growth of the plant, but he only removes the obstacles that makes the plant not to grow. So remove everything that may be at the back of your mind to speak negatively. Because you may have that clear vision, like you want to do something, and then something comes in and you're sleeping and tells you, no, it's quite hard, you can't do it. So that negative mindset of quite hard, you can't do it, remove it completely. That is an obstacle for your future. I was trying to talk about tech. Tech, it involves each and every day. I know you know tech because you did. So, what you did yesterday is not what you did today. And everybody here, I'm happy that I'm handling the most easiest topic. Everybody here has interacted with technology in one way or the other. You see people holding phones. That is the basic technology that you can get. So the mobile phone alone is a technology of its own. Leave alone the code. That it only helps to make our work easier. But now, the complex one that we use mostly and every day is the phone that maybe quite a number of you have operated and maybe operate until now. So if you want to know what the phone entails and what makes the phone work and all that, now you dig deeper into technology, and that is not what the level I am in now. So for you to be a tech pro, you have to have the most of the sciences. It's important. Very important. Don't neglect maths and English, because you will not be able to read and interpret the codes if you don't know English. So the codes are just simple. It depends on your interpretation and understanding. Very simple. No maths, you have to do physics very much. A bit of chemistry because the combination is important for you to achieve what you want. But then the most one is your mindset to do what you want to do, the technology. I would have loved to make the post or get a few from here joining me up. Last week I was in Uganda, and somebody asked me, is it that we don't have people in Uganda that are so innovative that we get to hire people from Kenya in the work? It's not about I remember the boy who spoke. I call him a boy because he's way back in me. I was in Form 4, you were in Form 1, isn't it? Yes. He served under me. I was a prefect for 4 years. And I happened to know him because he was very disciplined. And he's somebody who was not shying away from asking questions, like you're now shying away from asking questions here. Callisto, how many times did you disturb my peace? You see? So he's somebody who was not like, whenever he encounters an obstacle, he will come straight and ask. And we attended many symposiums, isn't it? And with him, he was still in Form 1, Form 2, and he was heading the Form 4, Form 3 for the symposium because he was determined and he knew what he wanted to be in the future. And that is why he's told you that he's an alumni here twice. The first year he did get it well, but he came back and got it now in the right way. So don't shy away from asking, don't shy away from getting. If you sleep, you fall, you start stronger, and then you pick you up, you hold your hands, and get you to the right place. Life is complex, it's easy and complex, because it takes a lot. If I start dismantling IT here, we can even write a book that is as big as this one here. So I will not go into that now, but I will go into your questions on how I made it to the right pro until now.
Thank you, Bernard. That was well said. Allow me to take these questions. Few disclaimers or announcements. But I'll start with the story. In the year 1990, we had visitors from Ruma Women Group. I don't know whether it still exists. By then it was a powerhouse in this region. So they came here at 9. We had a sit down at 4 in the evening. And when it was time for lunch, we served. We said we must complete our session before. Because what we were discussing was very important to us as students. Why do I bring this story? I received two questions here. Japoji for our teacher, and probably this is very nice because the questions are anonymous. One of them is this, and I want you to listen very carefully. And this tells you how we are going to leave this place and the kind of people we are going to become when we leave this place. From one of you, Bwana. You get that accent? Bwana. Uko na njaa tufanyaje bro?
Anataka chakula.
Tunyamaze. Kubaya. Unajua wengine wako na alsa. LLSA. Hebu shughulikia hiyo mambo bana. I go to the next question. Nikuja sana. Hey. I go to the third question. Tuko njaa bana. I'm passing this so that it doesn't appear like I'm reading my own text. Can you confirm it's what I read? Thank you. Now, I want to appeal. I'm not blaming the writer. You may have answers. Allow me to respectfully hold my mother's shoulder. If there's anyone who should have been complaining about njaa or being tired, should be her, out of age. And because the information that is being given here is not even helpful to her, not even your teachers, you, the last person that should complain even of njaa. Nani ameona nikikula kitu? Nani ameona nikikula kitu? And I was here 7:45. I didn't drink anything at home. For your own sake, you're here. But I don't blame you for complaining about Jah. The only Jah I would have complained about is if what is being given here was not useful to you. I believe they are. Let me now come to the real question. Those ones were not questions. Those ones were concerns. The first thing I was asked, what does Selin do for a living? Selin respond.
Can you hear me? Yes. I'm a software developer. I'm a software developer.
Software developer. That is the tech world. Software developer.
Explain what software is.
There's a lady who has a phone here. Mwenye tumempatia simu wafanye recording. How many of you have heard of WhatsApp? Leave alone WhatsApp. I know, if not all, then 99% of you are on Facebook. Isn't it? Yeah? Very good selling. TikTok is now the most trending, #1 trending.
Smiling for the photo.
So TikTok is a software. So those who are behind the wheels of developing TikTok are people like Selin. So she develops a software, an app that operates on maybe a phone or a computer. That is what a software is. So TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp, name them. Those are softwares. Very good. You are very practical.
Thank you. The next question is, what subject do you like the most? I don't like any, because I am not a student. Not that I didn't like. For me, I love all subjects. Right now, the only thing I love is giving back to the community. That is my subject. Talking to guys like you and motivating them. I believe it's the same with all these other people. They are not subject specific now. Their interest is to see that their professions, actually, it's in their profession that they may be interested that you join, not on a particular subject. But if you must like any subject, like the subject that you like. If you must like any subject, like that subject which you like. I want to be a DJ. How can I manage to be? Don't laugh. I want to be a DJ. How can I manage to be? And this now brings the skills that we have. Let me tell you, there's a difference between skill and profession. I trained as an urban planner. I specialized in GIS, Geographic Information Systems, and remote sensing. But I even design houses as an architect. I am a farmer. I am an electrician at the same time. And sometimes I do plumbing work. Skills can be acquired along the way. Professions are studied. You study to be a teacher, but a teacher can equally be a plumber. A teacher can be a DJ. So DJ, I'm not to be listening DJing or any other course. You need to differentiate between a skill that can help you navigate life and the profession. It doesn't mean that the profession will help you more than the skill. No, sometimes the skill may help you more than the profession. But differentiate between a skill and a profession. DJing is a skill. Anyone can be a DJ.
Like a driver.
Can be a teacher.
Yeah, like a driver.
Like a driver.
Understood?
Anybody can be
Thank you.
Anybody can be a teacher.
I want to be a nurse, but I want, what can I do? And which subjects are key? And I'm not good in chemistry. I wish I would not hear the word I am not good in a particular subject, because everyone has equal opportunity and chance to be good in whatever they want to be good in. But I'm not saying that you probably do not have weaknesses. Yes, you do. What I said earlier, work on those weaknesses so that you can achieve the goal you want to achieve. Be the person you want to be. If you want to be a nurse and the only block between you and being a nurse is chemistry, work on your chemistry, because that's a basic requirement. Work on what is going to stop you from achieving your goal. You want to be a doctor, work on that which is stopping you from being a doctor. And that is what our speaker said. Understand yourself, understand your strengths, understand your weaknesses, and work on your weaknesses. I hope I've answered somebody, right? How did you make it to the university? With a little pan, because I did KCC and I passed. But I'll answer you this way. How you made it to university has been explained by the speakers before me. The study skills, the 3 C's. If you're taking notes, you have all the tools you need to get to the university. If you are listening, if you're taking your notes, please refer to them, because that is also part of study skills. I remember telling you, take notes, refer to those notes. You have all the tools you need to make it to university or to technical colleges. If I told you my story, a very long one, it will take another day. But my story will not be as your story, because we are motivated by different things. We come from different backgrounds. So what should motivate you is the understanding of your own self, where you come from and where you want to go. So then you will make it to wherever you want to make it to, whether university or technical college. How can I manage to read and pass while away? I'm being disturbed with so many things concerning corruption between my parents. I want to tell you, this is not a laughing matter, by the way, very seriously, because those are one of the factors that affect student performance is the study environment and family histories. The study environment and your family history. Your family history, let me give an example. If you come from a family that is constantly in quarrels of their issues of domestic violence, most likely if you're not careful and if you don't learn properly, you are likely to be violent in future. So it takes a lot of self-introspection and self-realization to make you move away from what you don't want to what you want. If your environment is not that which is pleasing to you, please be the change that you want to see. Change the environment. And this is where our guidance and counseling department comes in. I believe we have a guidance and counseling department in school. Please listen to the students. There are certain factors that they may be beyond their control. They are carried from home. Help them out. Listen to them. Give them a listening ear, a shoulder to lean on. And such things could be managed. If you are a student and you have issues back at home, do not shy away. Approach the closest teacher, even if they are not in charge of guidance and counseling. Share with them. They will own up the problem. They will help you see how to walk through that problem. Sometimes they will not offer you solutions, but they will hold your hands, walk with you until you cross that bridge. Because a teacher will not come and tell your parents, don't fight, right? But they can give you skills to live through that. If you want to be CID, what subject should I dwell in? I really want to be one. I pray to God that you be a CID. A CID is a police officer. There are requirements that are in that, but you can specialize. Even in that line, you can still specialize. I will not delve deep because I am not a CID, but like the previous speaker said, please pursue what you want to be with your all. Give it your all, so that if you want to be a CID, you will be a CID. If you do not understand the subject combinations, that is why you have your teachers here. Feel free, be free with them, go to them. I want to be this. What do I need to focus on? How then do I move? how do I improve my grades? That is why you have your teachers here. That is why you have career department. That is why you have the guidance and counseling department. This is interesting. Who made you pass your KCSE exams? I'll give you a simple answer. God, the teachers, and myself. It was not an individual effort. God, teachers, and so if you ask me that, answer yourself. It is God, the teachers, and yourself. Thank you. There's a. I am in Form 4, and I am a girl, and I have a boyfriend in the same class. And every day I take my book in order to read, I always think about him. And I really love him so much. The question is, how can I forget about him so that I can concentrate on my studies? Who can help me answer that?
Give a psychologist and a doctor.
Bwana asifiwe. I will answer you with a word that I got from my chemistry teacher back then in Usenge, Mr. Kagera. And I will answer you point blank. Sawa sawa. How many of you are still friends with the friends they had in primary but never made it to secondary? But Malo? How many of those who completed secondary and went to colleges still trace those who dropped out of Form 2 and hold them so dear as friends? This is what I'm trying to say. I gave you an example that I just quitted a job and joined a new organization. I'm currently deleting the numbers that I knew in the former organization to give space for the current what? People that I meet. In a nutshell, Kagera used to tell us university is the only place where you're allowed to walk naked. Let me speak in a language that you can hear so that it goes to your heart and not your mind. Kanya sign limi wuka maybe another institution of higher learning. Ibro wacho ni kara muchu gagra kanya sign uchu DHP. To maybe you don't kuchaka. DHP pencil. To maybe you don't kuchaka. Ibro wacho ni kara sign uchu gi marker pen. That is the only way I can answer you. By that I mean, wait, good things are really coming. Whatever you are seeing now is not a good thing. Good things are really coming. Whatever you are seeing in that gentleman is not a good thing. Oh, watch you guy in any stage of mawu to guy give father watch. Toknyaka tamla nyewa ngoa. Thank you.
Yeah, come on, I can't put it any better. I leave you with the words of BK. Ka inigisipu mewoi. Kata manyako. Eyeka. Break up today. You want to succeed, break up today.
When you say BK, most of them do not know BK. If you happen to grab a top mark series physics book, look at the author. It's called BK Okoth. That was our principal here. Yes. Go and look for top mark series physics. Check the author. You'll find written BK Okoth. Mr. BK Okoth was our principal here. So we were taught by people who knew what they were doing, and that is why we are here and we know what we are doing. So get that from him and let it stick in your brains.
Like I said, if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, break up today. If you want something good to come out of you. Now I have a very interesting question here. Since I was young, my dream has been to become a doctor, and my friends encourage me that I have to take all sciences. But my weakness is maths and biology, and I have tried to do what I can do to have maths, but it is still difficult to me. So how can I make it to be a doctor? I want to answer you in very simple language. It is good, and I am very encouraged that in future we'll have a doctor from Gagra. Not that we never had, we have doctors from Gagra. So you'll join the list. I want to encourage you that you can be a doctor. One thing I need to tell you is the obstacle between you and being a doctor is your attitude. Nothing else. The moment you convince yourself that maths is hard, my friend, it will be as hard as anything. In fact, diamond will be soft. Ruby will be very nice. The moment you trust and believe that maths can be as simple as any other subject, it will be that very moment. So the only thing that is stopping you from being a doctor is the attitude. Change that attitude. Make books your friends. Make your maths teachers your friends. Consult widely and widely. Consult. Do not fear consulting. Do not fear going to your teachers. Make it a habit to disturb your teachers with questions. No teacher who has been employed by TSU will kick you out because you've been going to them with questions. None. It is in their professional code of ethics and training that they listen to you. Go to them with questions. Na mtu akikataa, I also serve in this board by the way. Mtu akikataa kujeni kwa board. Si ni kweli madam? Mtu akikataa umeenda kwa mwalimu unamuuliza swali ya kujibu. Go to the principal is here. The principal will escalate it to the board. And I believe their code of ethics do not allow them to do that. They've been supportive, they will be supportive. So, you have your doctor at hand. What you do with that is up to you. Change your attitude. Befriend maths. I speak like that because I also changed my attitude, and I can proudly stand here and say I got an A in maths. The last one, which is also important one, our guidance and counseling department. Is it bad to correct your parents if they are doing something violent before us? In simple terms, and I refer you to the Bible, it is not bad, but do it respectfully. It is not bad to correct. No one has monopoly of knowledge or monopoly of behavior. It is not bad to correct your parent or anyone older than you, but do it respectfully. Don't start fighting your elders. Do it respectfully. If you have any other question, at this juncture we'll break for lunch briefly. Then any other question that you have, please write them down, because I have seen you have a lot. Like now you wrote about lunch, now you're going for lunch. Eh? You have a lot, please put them down. But if you are, this session was also meant to also make you strengthen your self-esteem. It is not wrong to speak before us, before your teachers. Feel free and speak. With that, I want to call Mwalimu. Mwalimu tumalizie this session, then give us way forward, then we'll assemble back for the last bit.
Thank you very much. You have been told that you write down the questions that you would like to be clarified, so that when we come back, you can get your concerns addressed. Now, we are going for lunch. In the morning, I had given you a hint of what is going to happen, isn't it? So, if you already know, we are going to have our lunch together. This is a bonding session. All of us are equal, and that's why you can see we are mingling. Even in our lunch taking, we will just mingle. So, we will line up the normal way, boys the way they normally line up, and girls the way they normally line up. And in that process, guests who are boys, who are men, you will line up with the boys. And guests who are ladies, you will line up with the girls. So what I don't know, will it be first come, first served? Or but let us give our guest first priority in the line.
First come, first serve. Okay, so we agree it is first come, first serve, and let us serve as fast as possible so that we assemble back here. Is that clear? As fast as possible. First come, first serve. You will use your plates.
Judy will bless our food. Tafadhali ukiniona nyuma yako usinipishe kama wewe ni student. We are all students. Sawa? Haya.